Hello and welcome back to some more Genshin Impact. So I'm going to be continuing the timed event. It wants me to go to the House of Dana. Kale tells you that Sumeru's been quite lively lately. As such, you and Paimon resolve to see what's going on. So yeah, we're going to continue by going into here. Hello! Has reasoning knows not the time of day, but suspense always follows a blizzard been returned yet? There are two copies of this book. One's been marked up, and the other hasn't. I'm guessing you're looking for the one with the marks. Oh, you saw right through us. Many others have asked for it too. I apologize, though. It seems it hasn't been returned yet. Please come back again later. Really? Can't you at least tell us who borrowed it? Well, as long as it isn't overdue, we'll wait patiently for it to be returned. Disclosing borrowers' identities without proper reason for doing so would be a violation of professional ethics. So you'll have to forgive me for keeping that information confidential. Yeah, I figured as much. It would be... I wouldn't want somebody giving out my identity in this case. You've got a point. It would be terrible if someone looking to steal a book started harassing whoever had borrowed it. Or just started harassing them in general. Hey, you two look as confused as a couple of Aranara who've just run into each other headfirst. Are you looking for something? I can help. That's Nahita's voice. Hi there. Oh, wow. Nahita, have you heard of a book called Reasoning Knows Not the Time of Day, but Suspense Always Follows a Blizzard? Such a long name. But yes, I know the one you mean. I heard that everyone was looking for it, and it sounded fascinating, so I found a brand new copy to read myself. By brand new, do you mean it wasn't a copy with all the markings on it? Yes, that's right. I was more interested in the content of the book itself than all those rumors about hidden treasure, so an unmarked copy was all I needed. Speaking of which, it's funny. There's more than one copy of this book, but everyone's looking for the one where all the names have been circled. Are they all afraid of spoilers, or do they actually crave them? Oh, then do you know who has a copy with the markings right now? I mean, Paimon, we just got done talking about how it wouldn't be right for them to tell us. I just so happen to have seen it in the hands of one of your friends. If you're looking for that copy that sparked all the rumors, you should look around near the Palace of Alcazar. I can't say that name. But you know what it said. Okay, so let's go over there. Wherever that is. I don't quite know where it is. Oh, over there. To be honest, I don't remember ever really visiting this location before. But obviously I've been near it since I have a teleporter nearby. Is that? Huh? Dory? Sino? And Sethos? Who's Sethos? Aha! Darn you, General Mahamatra. Entrapment isn't gonna work. You can't do that. Hey, what do you mean by entrapment? I definitely haven't met this person yet. I'm pretty sure I've never met this person. Yeah, it's even giving me a little introduction. Sethos. No scholar who studies King Deshret's civilization fails to understand the significance of the Temple of Silence. And Sethos is none... is that how you say it, or is it Sethos? Is none other than the heir to this ancient organization and its history of over 1,000 years. After arriving in Sumeru, he did not wish to be too conspicuous, and so chose to live in anonymity, crafting an ordinary identity. With his friendly smile and enthusiasm, the skilled conversationalist became a part of the community almost as soon as he arrived. If you run into him on the street by chance, it wouldn't hurt to strike up a conversation. Perhaps he'll share a mysterious desert tale, long lost amidst the sands. I wonder if I have a story quest with Sino, and he's like part of it. You were the one who said you had the book. I said I wanted to read it, then you agreed to meet me here. Sino showing up, too, was just a coincidence. Pure coincidence. You don't play games with me. I know who you are. You're that new kid Sethos, right? That's what I've settled on as Sethos. I know you're afraid of Sinos. Huh. So you do know who I am. I saw how Sino was chasing you around, trying to get you to play cards, and how you found an excuse to run off after a couple of rounds right after. That left quite an impression. You didn't have to mention that. No, I think Dory's right about that. You always look for a way out when it comes to playing Invocation. It's becoming quite a problem. Aether and Paimon, you've been standing there for quite a while. Oh, if it isn't my dear Aether and Paimon, what brings the two of you to the palace of that place that I can't pronounce, unfortunately? Is it Alcazar Zaray? Alcazar Zaray? Might it be that you have come to do business with me, the Lord Sangamabe? Ha 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 ha, of course. Please give me a moment to conclude our business here, then I'll be with you straight away. Anyway, General Mahamatra, as I am sure you're well aware, the means by which I had someone borrow this book from the House of Dana were both completely legal and perfectly reasonable. So, the book is here, hopefully. I'm assuming Dory actually has it since she's talking about having borrowed it. Seeing as it isn't yet time to return it, you have no right to forcibly seize a book I borrowed. Unless she lost it and she's just like trying to, delay revealing that she lost it. That would only be the case had you not engaged in any irregular activities. Yet just now, a buyer, Sethos, came to the palace of Alcazar Zaray on the basis of a mysterious message to meet a seller, hoping in vain to purchase a detective novel. What do you mean, a buyer? He's one of your people. You sent him here to deliberately try to buy it and entrap me. That is not something I can acknowledge. What I can tell you is that I've had my eyes on this book for some time. Remember, it is forbidden to transfer or sell books from the House of Dana without explicit approval from the relevant authorities. I'm not selling anything. Just to be clear, I'm just making the most of an opportunity. If someone pays me a little something on the side, I lend them this mysterious little novel to browse for a bit. If you don't believe me, just ask any of my curious readers. Yes, that's right, your readers. Anyway, I was just showing him the book. Is that so? And here I was thinking you were really going to go through with an illegal transaction like this, Sethos. Huh? Wait, what? You two really aren't together? I was really just really curious about this book. I finally managed to track it down, but Sino, it's true that Dory never actually said she wanted to sell the book. Teh. So, she isn't the mastermind who started all this. The mastermind? So, by your own account, it looks like you might have jumped the gun a bit, General Mahamatra. I'm not handing the book over. So, you may think you've played an ace story, but when you opened the book just now, I saw the truth revealed before me. The book's return date is today. That Sino's sure got a sharp eye. That's right. I do have a good vision. You have less than half an hour before the book is over to you. Give it to me and I will return it. How can I just hand it over to you like that? This is a mysterious, super awesome, mega amazing paragon of logical detective novels that is practically a treasure. I'm gonna make a fortune off of it. Should you be really admitting that out loud? I didn't say I was going to sell it. It's not like I was being serious. Then how about this? Story, Sino, why don't you two play a little game with the book as the stakes? That's one way of solving it. How about it, Dory? Do you dare accept the challenge? If you win, I'll turn a blind eye to the book for the time being, and if you lose, you have to hand it over. Oh, sounds interesting. Very well, I'm in. What's the contest? Well, it's obviously Invocation. Are both of you confident in your powers of mental recall? Oh, mental recall. My memory's not bad. Yes. And you have both read the contents of this book, correct? That's right. Huh? Sino, you've actually read it? Oh, well, needless to say, so have I. In that case, I'll just open up the book and flip through a few pages, and you tell me how many names have been circled. Best out of 3 wins. Sound good? That's nuts! What, chickening out? No, it's game on. Let's go. Good, in that case, the first page. 6. 6. Both correct. Next, the second page. I think it was 4? I'd say 4. Is he gonna just copy her every single time? Oh, both of you are right again. 2 draws, so it all hangs on the next question. Listen up. Are there only 3 pages in the whole book? Oh. Page 61. Okay, never mind. There aren't only 3 pages. What? That... I don't quite remember. 7? I know the answer is 5. Absolutely correct. The answer is 5. Side note, is your memory really that good? I'm not buying it. How did you do that? It's not actually because I have a good memory, but because the circling of the names left a deep impression on me, and he was probably involved with circling them. After I borrowed it, I noticed the names of the first few pages had been selectively circled by different people. Each person's penmanship was different, and moreover, I recognized 3 of the circles as having been drawn by Tighnari. Few others use the same color of ink as he does, so it was instantly recognizable. You even know that? Yes, I learned of that habit of his long ago. At that time, I had just been promoted General Mahamatra and would go to a secret base when I wanted to get through all the trivial tasks in my in-tray at once with minimal disturbances. I would often find Tighnari hidden away on a tree there, doing his homework. Noticing the writing implements he favored wasn't exactly detective work. In all these years, he's never once changed the ink he uses. Back to that book. Anyone who's read it knows that the first name circled is the real murderer. Perhaps Tighnari did not want the plot to be spoiled for anyone else, so he circled the other names. Annotating or marking a book is not in and of itself a violation of book borrowing regulations, but why are all the other marks there? Is there some conspiracy behind them? What do they have to do with Tighnari? He doesn't know the answer to that, okay. I want to get to the bottom of this, even if it's just for the sake of my friend. And to uncover the secret, you must be part of the conspiracy. So I circled all the other names that were left in the book. What? To think you'd do such a thing. So there's no treasure at all. It was just you guys all along. That's right. Should you wish to hide a grain of sand, bury it in the desert. And in that grain of sand, I can catch a glimpse of the truth. So you were drawn to it, making your plans, yet in a twist of fate, were discovered by me. No matter how vast this world is, you cannot run from the long arm of the law. Wow, you're making a meal out of this, aren't you? You really have way too much time on your hands. Okay, I give up, you win. That's enough for today. It is time for Lord Sangamabe to return to her room for some repose. Farewell, all. So, do you intend to take this book back to the Temple of Silence? I'd heard there was a treasure hidden inside and thought it might have something to do with the temple. I never thought that that was the real story behind it. But when you agreed to compete, I had already surmised you were familiar with this book. That's why I chose that particular format. Brilliant move, bro. What's with that look? We're just thinking. There have been more twists and turns in the story behind the book than in the actual story itself. Well, as long as you got it back, I'll leave uncovering the rest of the secrets to you. And take my leave for now. See you later, everyone. Can I borrow the book? Of course. After Sino hands you the book, you and Paimon quickly thumb through it. Though you weren't reading very carefully, you can tell that something's not quite right. The plot is wildly imaginative, and just as everyone says, though most of the names in the book seem familiar, on closer inspection you realize that they aren't actually the names of the historical figures you thought they were at first. Not only that, but every name has been circled. Thinking back on the course of events, You fall silent, and then you explain the full story. How unexpected. But still, it does make sense, and it is far better than the existence of an actual conspiracy. In that case, I still have other plans. Last time I was at the Caravan Rebot, I promised I'd meet Dea and Candace for drinks. Aether, could I trouble you to return the book for me? Sure, leave that to me. Thanks, friend. So, back to the House of Dana. Yay. It actually takes a little bit to get back there, too, each time. Well, we're finally back. Now let's return this book. You really found the book? Amazing. I've been waiting here for it to be returned, so I could see it as soon as possible. You recount the entire tale to Kave's eager ears. Eh? Seriously? How is that even possible? I circled the actual murderer? Paimon's pretty surprised by this whole thing, too. Let's just take care of the book problem first. So it was an accident that he circled the murderer? Whoops. Hello, this book, it's probably all my fault for using permanent ink to mark a page, since that caused a whole mess of other things to happen. Now it's all marked up like this, and there's even a risk of those marks spoiling the story, so I'd like to buy it. The whole issue should be avoidable if the academia uses the money to buy a new copy. Yeah, this guy is cool. I really like Kaveh. He him giving up his prize money that one time and then doing this, he doesn't have to. There's nothing against the rules of him, leaving the book there, after marking it, but yeah. Would you please consider my proposal? Mr. Kaveh, your idea has merit, and it is indeed a good way to resolve this situation. I'll confirm the book's price now, and then you can pay over there. That's great. Thank you so much. Oh, please don't tell me it's, super expensive. Shortly afterward, Kaveh accompanies the academia staff to the register to purchase the book and pays the full amount. The staff member carefully wraps up the thoroughly marked up book and gives it to him. Okay, he had enough money. What a blunder. Regardless, thank you so much for all your help. It was nothing. We were just kind of along for the ride. Still, Kaveh, it'd be better if you used something more erasable to make notes in the future. I understand. I'll never let myself subconsciously correct typesetting errors ever again. No, I mean, I'll never borrow a book with such a long name. At least for a while. So is that the end? Or is there a little bit more left still? I mean, I'm enjoying it, it's fun and all, but there are other quests that I still need to do in Simulanka, so I'm kind of wanting to get to those. Not to mention, there's that one secret area that I found with, the teleporter. I'm not sure what's going on with that, but the teleporter wasn't marked on the map, so I'm a little bit concerned about that. Is it going to be a big deal, or is it just a little tiny secret Easter egg that they threw in there? We'll find out soon, at some point. Alhaitham, you're here. I was looking everywhere for you. What is it? Haha, guess I've got in this little bag here. Or guess what I've got in this little bag here. If I had to guess, a young man's tears of regret. And what would you know? Its reasoning knows not time of day, but suspense always follows a blizzard. You actually bothered to memorize a ridiculous and boring name like that? That's just because I was filling out the paperwork to buy it back at the academia's office. I had to write it out over and over. Then it looks like this book has a new owner. Only because I subconsciously marked up the book with ink. Wait a second, is Alhaitham the one who wrote the book? Nah, that's not possible, right? Did you know that Tainari, Dea, and Sino all circled names in the book? And it all started because the name I circled was the real killer. To be perfectly honest, the moment I first saw the murderer's name circled, I knew this would happen. Wait a second, how come you've read the book too? I had the pleasure of reading it in the House of Dana. The logic is a mess, and it's just poorly written. Okay, no, he didn't write it. Whew. And you left the book out in the study. So you knew I circled the killer. Then... Then did you circle any names in the book? What do you think? So you did? The second one is mine. Why? The best way to avoid spoilers is to add a red herring. Then why just one? Tainari circled 3. I already significantly reduced the probably... Is it supposed to be probability of the murderer's identity being spoiled for the next reader? That's more than enough. No need to worry about things that are beyond saving. And just why isn't it necessary? Using permanent ink to circle a name on the first page. That's obviously beyond saving. What kind of logic is that? I bet you just drew your circle for fun. If you must say so, then it's because the circling of names is far more interesting than the book itself. Fair point. In the end, I only have myself to blame for using up all my pencils. I need to go buy some more. Congratulations. This one-of-a-kind, out-of-print book, personally penned by the hands of so many, is now yours. Do you think I look happy about it? I don't even want it. If it was Paimon, she wouldn't want it either. That's a no for me, too. Okay. And there we go. That one's done. So all of the Fairy Tale Voyage part of this timed event are done. And the figurine fabrication, I know that's not done yet. I don't even know if I can finish that. I don't even know if I need to, because the prizes that are left on that are ones that I don't necessarily need. But the reason why I don't think I can finish it is because there are coins that I wasn't able to get from this activity right here. And the reason why I couldn't get the coins for that is because the points that you need to get are a little bit beyond what I'm capable of getting. I don't know why, but it's just not really possible for me. And I need to make, let me see this very fast. I need to make a total of 30 figurines. I'm not sure how many I've made already, but I've made at least 15 in the Constellation Metropole. But that doesn't matter. We're going back to Simulanka and doing some more quests over there. Which quest should I start with? Well, there's a quest over here in the frog... is it the frog area? I think that's what it is. So we'll go over there, start that, and, you know, knock out all the quests that we can before moving on to that one area where the teleporter was. So, the quest triggered as soon as I got within range of it. Wasn't expecting that to happen. Well done, my fine hind-legged ladies and gentlemen. Well done indeed. This jumping contest is on fire. Just a moment ago, we saw a stamp, the Fearless, show his awesome might. With his impressive epic strength, he's made a stable yet distant leap. One worthy of a favorite to take the gold. But next up, we have the one you've all been waiting for. The unequaled, the unrivaled, the unparalleled. Faro Burt. I don't know if I said that correctly. Who will emerge as a champion and win the great honor and burden of fetching the princess? Before the final round begins, let us take a short break and give our 2 contestants time to rest. For the time being, the competition venue will be open to you all, so go forth and jump to your heart's content. That is what the Rainsong Pond is here for, after all. Yeah, I thought it was called, like, the Rainsong Pond, you know, the frog areas. I was, like, not entirely sure. Anyways. So, what are we supposed to do? We're supposed to talk to the guy over there. Greetings, honored guests. You don't seem like frogs. Nonetheless, welcome to the Rainsong Pond. May your legs be limber. Tell me about the competition. As you have seen and heard, this contest is to decide the frog who's best at jumping. Our contestants go through the qualifiers, group matches, and elimination matches, and only those who make it through all these can reach the finals. That, sounds kinda complicated. It's not complicated at all. Simply step into the arena and clear the challenges that lie before you. Dear guests, if it suits your fancy, you can also try out the bouncing contest here. This is meant to test the contestant's speed and stability when jumping. I was just about to do some practice here, then take part in the next contest. But my skills aren't exactly up to par. I can't jump well enough on my own. Would you two be willing to assist me? So there's no competition ongoing here? Of course. The competition's already reached the finals, so the other venues are now open for practice. Keep practicing, keep jumping, keep competing. That's the way to get better and better. Come on, dear guests. You'll enjoy the bouncing contest too. I guarantee it. Really now. So what are we supposed to do? Practice over here. So step into this and do something. What are we supposed to do? I'm here. Oh, we're supposed to help him. Good grief. That makes sense. There you go. Oh. Almost. Good grief. We're almost there. So just gotta keep going. I wonder why he showed the little, distressed, like, I don't know if you call it, like, you see that? Where it's, like, got a couple things off to the left and right of him? I interpret that as being distressed. Anyways, let's talk to him. Heh, this game is pretty fun, don't you think? Paimon wants to give it a try, too. Then be my guest. But Paimon can pose as if she's jumping in the air, too, you know? It's pretty much the same anyway. Ha 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 ha, I knew you enjoyed the bouncing contest. But just now, that was just a game. This is a long way off from the real contest. Only the very best of the best can take part in the latter. And this contest will decide who is best suited to rescue the princess. Ah, it's just so exciting. Oh, sorry, dear guests. My apologies. I just can't help but ramble about Farobert. Whatever, how do you say that? After all, the whole reason we organized so many contests was to choose the paper frog with the steadiest, furthest, and most awe-inspiring jump so they could go rescue the princess. There's still some time before the final match begins, so feel free to take a look around. Harello will use his booming voice to remind us when the competition is about to begin, so listen out for it. Make sure you find good seats. Okay. So wherever that may be, all the way over there. Welcome, dear guests. I presume you are also here to watch the competition. Welcome, in any case, to Rainsong Pond. You have come at the right time, but also perhaps the wrong one. The competition is coming to a close, with only the final, the result of which is already beyond doubt, left to take place. I'm sure you've heard that Farobert and Estamp, or heard of them, rather. They are both leading exponents in the art of jumping, but in my experience, Farobert is sure to win. Farobert is far better at this than all the other paper frogs, and has won countless championships as a result. He is, therefore, the undisputed favorite. He has the strongest legs, the most agile mind, the most resolute spirit. Most importantly, he constantly seeks to share his know-how with all the other frogs. Estamp is like me, one of the paper frogs who learned by watching him. We respect, trust, and believe that he will once again achieve great success. Before the final begins, I'd like to stay and practice a little longer to prepare for the next round of competition. If you do not mind, we could practice together. Perhaps you might even come up with some good ideas to help me jump all the better. So after choosing the paper frog who will save the princess, will you still organize these contests? Of course, this is not just about rescuing the princess. Most importantly, it is the contest itself, and what it teaches us. Self-belief, resolve, bravery. Only a paper frog who understands and embodies such virtues will emerge as our champion. Come then, dear guests. Hee, let's see if you can feel the virtue inherent in our contest. Okay, let's see. So what am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to help him some way? Observe the paper frog's next attempt. Oh. Okay. I don't get it. Oh dear, what a terrible collision. What the? Oh, I've come to aid you. I don't know how I'm going to aid you, but I've come to aid you. Okay, let's go it again. This time I'll get it right. Well, let's do it. Lower the water spout. Oh, okay, I get it. So, lower it. What? Lower it. Lower it again. There we go. Now we're supposed to talk to him. Not bad. You're quite good at this. If you have time, I'd be willing to recommend you to the organizing committee. Blah. The next time we hold this competition, we'll be able to measure ourselves against one another. Still, I shan't take up more of your time until then. The final is about to begin. Hehe, guess we'll have to see just how good this Farabert guy is. He'll blow your socks off for sure. Still, he seems to be a bit nervous when I saw him recently. He was constantly practicing the most basic moves, and then getting annoyed at how he was performing them. But these are the finals. It's normal to get nervous, right? Yeah, these are the finals. A bit of nerves are to be expected. That's what I thought, but... no, I still believe in him. He's not the type to give in so easily. I've got to keep practicing myself. If you'd like, dear guests, please feel free to have a look around. The finals are about to begin, though, so be sure not to miss them. Okay, so where to next? Oh, and here it is. Here it comes, my fine hind-legged ladies and gentlemen. The unparalleled Farobert steps forward to make his leap, and he jumped 3 lotus leaves and fell into the water. It seems we have a champion. The one who will welcome our princess is a stamp. Congratulations to our... oh, we missed it? No, Mr. Horolo, I don't know how to say that. This is ridiculous, absurd even. I shall not accept the title of champion in this manner. Goodness gracious. By the morning dew. Come now, you surpass Farabert in front of all frog kind. I'm going to call this guy, Horolo, or however you say that name, the first referee, because that's his little title right below his name there. Because I'm not really sure how to pronounce it. Farabert slipped up, that's all. He's just not in good form, you know? That will not convince me, nor any other paper frogs. Anyway, let's give Farabert a moment to himself. We'll continue this later. It seems we have guests. Welcome to Rainsong Pond. What can I help you with? What's this competition about? We saw a frog make a really awesome leap. Ah, then you must have caught sight of Farabert. He is one of the participants in this contest, and the finest jumper in all the pond. Or so he once was. I don't remember seeing anything. Was it just that, little brief clip that they showed of a frog jumping at the very beginning? That was kind of weird. A contest? Oh, Paimon gets it. This must be that sort of competition to see who can jump the best. Very sharp eye of you, young lady. That is exactly the sort of competition we're running. Only the most legendary leaper and skilled skipper may take the crown, thus earning the great burden of rescuing the princess. Huh, sounds pretty cool. Seems we seem to have missed it all, though, yeah. Otherwise, I'd have taken part. What a shame. You'd have done so well, too, Paimon. I'll agree. I'll choose that. Eh? Why Paimon? Flying doesn't normally involve much bouncing, you know? Flying's faster than jumping. It'll be an easy win for you. But wouldn't that be cheating? You're supposed to use your legs to jump. If one of us had to take part, it'd have to be you. Still, Paimon's never seen you jump that far before. Except when you were running away from monsters. Uh-huh. Ah-ha-ha-ha. In that case, you'd do well to ask our champion over there for some... or over here for some advice. My apologies, dear guest, and the first referee, too. But I said it before, and I'll say it again. I'm no champion. But as surely as the lotus stems stand, according to the rules, you are the champion. I'll be the judge of that. Thank you very much. This contest is meant to pick the best of us, the most skilled of jumpers, to go save our princess. This is a matter of the honor of all frog kind, and Farabird is the very best of us. You know this, all of us do. So Farbert was really that impressive. Oh, we've heard a lot of other paper frogs talking about him. Is everything they say about him true? That's right, Farbert is, well, was the best frog in our pond. He could easily bounce all the way across 12 lotus leaves and land on the 13th, and he'd land so lightly that the dew upon the leaf would not be disturbed. He could even jump between lotus leaves amidst a flowing river and not fall into the water, no matter how fierce the current. But we just saw him, so I'm guessing he's not in good form right now. Yeah, he seems kinda down. He looked super sad when he was leaving just now, too. He's just having a temporary rough patch. That's the only reason he made that mistake. Please, first referee, for the sake of the contest, and for the sake of our calling, I'd like to ask for a rematch. If you deem it necessary, you can consult the opinion of all the other frogs. I'm sure they'll concur. Listen, Miss Stamp. I know you're a capital fellow, sharp-minded, and upstanding to boot. But did you not see how Farbert was faring? He left without even attempting to make another leap. I'll speak with him. We've trained together all this time, so I know how he feels. He'll understand. Ah, for the love of lotus leaves and lucent dew. All right, I'll go with you to meet Farbert. We'll come along too. We're, really good at encouraging people. And we're great jumpers too. Heh. Have you been secretly training behind Paimon's back or something? I'm just good at making others jump. A long way away. Ha 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 ha. Both humorous and polite. Thank you for the goodwill. In that case, let us go together. With any luck, that good humor of yours might soothe his sore spirit. Pond protect us. I wonder which shall serve us better, the soft or hard approach. Who knows, but sounds like we're going further into the little pond here. Yeah, all the way over there. Oh wow, he's up pretty high. I wasn't expecting him to be up that high. I may have to change my approach here. Can I use this to like boost myself somehow? What the? I can't even get on it. Well, I can use these things to jump up pretty high. Although, Zhongli sliding down the stem of that and then diving off like that, good grief. How'd you get all the way up here, dude? He's here. Aw, there you are. The award ceremony is over then. Just the opposite, in fact. Both Mr. First Referee and I are of the opinion that things are far from over. Indeed, I hereby announce in my capacity as a referee that you, Mr. Farbert, have one more chance to jump. To maintain the fairness of this competition and to fulfill our duty to the calling, you must do a re-jump. Dear First Referee, I, as a contestant, cite this competition rules pertaining to competitive behavior that may bring harm to oneself and one's tribe. I forfeit my second jump attempt. I do not want to disappoint everyone again, nor bring ruin to our calling. This is the only truly responsible course of action. Wow, what a professional answer. He even had a specific clauses handy. He even gave it a touch of emotional appeal. Alright, looks like playing hardball isn't going to work. Ah, lucent dews and lotus leaves. But you haven't left the venue. I don't understand what you mean to say, dear guests. This is the best place from which to watch the competition unfold. If you really wanted to give up, you wouldn't have stayed here. Huh. You're right. You can see everything that's going on in the long-distance jumping contest from here. If he really had given up and no longer wanted to have anything to do with the contest, why would he stay? I mean, maybe if this is his home, who knows? I don't wish to talk about this anymore. I believe I've been clear. Sorry, Stamp, and our two guests as well. We gotta chase him, don't we? He didn't even wait for Paimon to finish speaking. Hold, Farbert. For the pond's sake, You too should hold Mr. Stamp. I have an idea. Okay, so we gotta chase him down. This shouldn't be too hard, right? Right here. So tiring. We didn't even go that far, Paimon. Hang on a moment. Listen to us, would you? Is there anything else I can help you with, dear guests? You saw the terrible state I was in. I admit, I mostly knew what you were going to say the moment I saw you arriving with a stamp. My answer is no, and so it will always be. Look at my ankles. They are not ankles that can carry such a heavy burden. Not ones that can save a princess. They look like pretty sturdy ankles to me. Finer pair of ankles I have never seen. Wow. Yeah, Paimon hasn't either. But I made a mistake. No. I've been making mistakes all along. I'm sorry, YouTube, but I cannot continue competing. So now we've got to chase him down this way. And he's quite a runner. Hey, don't go. We just want to tell you one thing. One last thing. All frogs make mistakes. They just need to learn from them, that's all. Good guest. You do not understand. I initially believed that mistakes were mere drops of dew that fall upon our heads. Nothing that could truly knock a froggy down. But I was wrong. Perhaps they were never mere drops, but rather more akin to rocks at the bottom of a pond, withered wood stuck into the waterbed, or a vent hidden within the muck. We can overlook them, bury them, step over them, or pretend they don't exist. But they will not rest, my friend. They will await their opportunity for a chance to come back to bite you. Please go and let me go too. I am nothing but a mere lotus head who has had all its seeds removed. Even a light breeze would surge through the many holes in my heart and chill me to the bone. I cannot take up this great burden. This is the voice of my heart. I have let all frogs down, including myself. You still have to try, you know. Yeah, you've got another chance to prove yourself. I do not wish to taste the bitter pang of failure once more. My legs and my heart cannot. Whoa, this lotus leaf is moving all of a sudden. What's going on? What? But it should have been fixed in place. No, it's moving forward. Please stand firm, dear guests. I will steer it as best as I can. Oh boy. Control the water spouts. Wow, this leaf's rocking all over the place. We're gonna capsize. Okay, so we've got it. Yeah, watch out for the water pillars. The lotus leaf won't withstand the impact. Don't worry, it's only a short course, and there are frogs at the end to stop the leaf. Oh, this is a little bit more interactive than I was expecting. Woo, this has got to be the end. What a close call. Good thing you were there. I've trained here before, so I'm pretty used to it. Wait, those two frogs on the shore are doing something. Ah! I wish I could keep up. Looks like we won't be able to reach the shore for now. Like this. No, not like this. Ah! Stop freaking out. Something... wow, the dialogue is going by so fast. This is actually pretty neat, though. I can do this. I can do this. Come on. Whew. Feels like it's getting faster. Looks like I'm the only one to control it. Leave it to me, everyone. Wow, we're gonna go over the cliff. Oh boy. Is Aether gonna catch him? I don't know. Would you look at that? Farbert the unyielding, Farbert the bold. He seized the opportunity for a retry, and a spectacular leap. Spectacular indeed. I was having a really hard time saying that word. This is a miracle without precedent. He is the only paper frog to ever leap across this precipice. I knew you had it in you, Farbert. I believed in you. The lotus leaf that suddenly started moving, that was your doing, wasn't it? It was something that Mr. First Referee and I came up with together. I apologize, dear guests, for hiding this from you. Well, that was certainly exciting. A bit of advance notice would be appreciated, though. Yeah, I'll select the top option. Alright then, Farbert. Now that everyone has witnessed your great leap, you no longer have any reason to reject the victor's crown. But it was coincidence, a miracle born of circumstance. Just one fluke leap. It was only with the aid of these two guests that I was able to do it at all. I'll be honest, we were just having fun drifting alongside you. Exactly, we were just watching from the sidelines. That big jump was all you. Still, our work wasn't in vain. Right? Hee, it would have been a waste to stand by and watch such a brilliant frog give up like that. You love it so much, and you trained so hard for so long. It would have been awful if you'd just given up. A tragedy for you and Frogkind. I'm just glad that you didn't actually give up. Ah, honored guests. Truly your hearts are purer than the first drop of morning dew. I am sorry, my friend, to have done you such an injustice. You should have been the winner of that match. Ah, come now. You proved that you were the best of us, did you not? Please listen to me. We have many competitions ahead of us, and I will gladly compete with you 1,000 times more. But this time, we must put our best frog forward to fetch the princess. That is our calling, and the future of Rainsong Pond rests upon it. As such, there is no room for error. Do you understand me? I do. Good. Farbert, that's wonderful. Ha 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 ha. Well, this all seems to have turned out great. We have ourselves a real champion now, don't we? Next up, our champion shall go rescue the princess, and then our calling will be complete. Not to interrupt or anything, about that princess of yours. Yeah, so, you've said a whole bunch of, about this princess of yours. Fetch her this, best frog that. Now, everything's ready. Do you actually know where the princess is? Ha ha ha, of course. We are about to go receive and rescue her, for she lives in a tower made of vines and giant trees. Only the bravest, boldest, and most jumpiest of frogs may evade the thorns and deep mist, leaping into the tower to deliver the princess from her cage. Seems like a lot of pressure to be putting on someone. To the top in one jump. Yeah. I'll definitely fall down halfway. Come now, Farbert. Don't be in such a rush to return to the pond. Why, we have yet to even lay eyes upon that tree. Our hard work has paid off. We have located the tower. It is in the kingdom of breezes and bells. Mr. First Referee, there is not there but forest and flying squirrel. Certainly not a high tower. Are you certain that it is our destination? Absolutely. I personally went to inspect that place. The tower there is so high that you can barely see the top. There are none, I reckon, who might scale it, apart from us paper frogs. That sounds really impressive. Let me go take a look first, then let's meet in the kingdom. You're coming along too? That would be wonderful. Ha 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 ha. Looks like we've got quite the crowd for our little princess welcoming party. Not bad at all. See, I knew things would work out for the best. Let us make our preparations and set forth for the kingdom of breezes and bells. As for you, dear guests, we shall see you there. Ah yes, Mr. Farbert, please go to the award ceremony first, would you? It will take place at the pond. No! No what? What? Why did you say no? That was weird. That was really weird. That was very abrupt. Why did you say no? Okay then. Well, that's the end of that quest done. Yeah. Okay, so this is actually where I'm going to be stopping. I'm glad that I was able to get both of those quests out of the way. So there's this one left right over here. I remember there are like two little flying squirrels there for that one. And I don't see any quests in here, which is actually a little bit surprising to me. But there is one over here. So, and then of course there's all of this stuff that I still need to collect, as well as the teleporters that I need to activate. But yeah, I can do that in a future video. So the next video I'll probably be focusing on this quest right here. And then, oh, and I can't forget obviously about the, secret that's hidden over here. Anyways, before I stop, I'm kind of curious if there's anything more going on over here. So let's go back over there very fast. And then I'll stop. And as far as I can tell, there's nothing going on over here. These frogs, you can't interact with them, and I'm not seeing any other obvious things, so, I may have to look that up, because they did mention something about an award ceremony. So I'm thinking, well, you think that you'd see that, And they also mentioned something, the princess, right? But we didn't get to see that either. So it kind of makes me wonder if there's some kind of hidden quest that's not marked on the map. Anyways, I will make sure if there are any hidden quests that I get to them before I'm completely done with this place. So, before I stop, there is one last thing I want to do, which is make a wish. I will make it on Emily's banner. And it's just a weapon. Of course it is.
Boats
That's
are
fine.
made for transfer.
You can stop that, Zhongli. I've already heard that many times by now. Thanks again. See you next time, and bye-bye.